Oh, it is. It's
Yeah.
after 7.
It's 7 o'clock
Okay.
on the nose.
It's time.
Oh.
Put my phone on vibrate.
And John's online today.
Okay. Okay, call to order, roll call.
Emily Herndon, secretary.
Dean Kipp, Vice Chair. Carmen James, Treasurer.
Recall chair.
John Wilkie. Did I get that right, John? He's online.
John, are you sworn in now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Can we hear him? Just want to make sure we can hear you.
He's still connecting to audio, but
Oh, okay.
he is.
Okay, first thing on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to actually modify the agenda to include our speaker tonight.
Okay. And who's our speaker?
She can introduce herself.
Okay.
There we go, because she was on the email, so she joined us.
Okay. I
Perfect.
remember getting an email, but I don't remember adding it to the agenda.
No, you didn't add it
I
to the
did add
agenda.
it to the agenda.
Remind me your name. I know
Nicole.
Nicole. And thanks, Nicole. So Nicole will be talking to us later.
Okay, got
Okay.
it.
So,
We're a little more organized than this usually,
yeah.
but this is our new positions.
So,
And then we need to revise the agenda to proper officers,
yes.
we will do.
Okay, so motion to advise the, revise the agenda of the proper officers in their positions and to add the speaker, Nicole. That's my
I
motion.
second.
Second is Jane.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. And our first thing on our agenda, my favorite thing of the night, the Bonner history tidbit.
Yes, I do
It's like the torch has been passed.
Well, she's here too, but I've got it in my hand. I'm Kim Briggeman from the Bonner Milltown History Center. I'd like to travel back in time to a couple of long ago Decembers for this month's history tidbit. Here's a 3-sentence blurb from 125 years ago when Missoula went dark during the holiday season and laid the blame on Bonner. This is from the December 12th, 1898 Missoulian. For several nights, the electric lights in the city have been of extremely poor quality, and for the greater part of the time, the street lights have been out. The cause of the trouble is located at Bonner, where there's a large amount of slush ice in the river, and which clog the turbine wheels. As soon as the river is frozen over, which will not be long, the lights will regain their accustomed brilliancy. So this is 1898. This speaks to the...
Something muted, my people can't hear anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Click on the microphone because it looks like there's a slash on it.
Right here?
And I will...
I can hear you now.
No, she needs to mute hers.
Oh, hers is, okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
Turn off your
there we go.
speakers.
Better now.
Okay.
Better?
Okay, now are you good now? Online?
I can hear.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
All righty. It's an item that talks about the turbines at Bonner not being able to generate electricity for Missoula in 1898. Now, this is 10 years before the Milltown Dam was built, and it speaks to the reliance that Missoula had on another dam, the Mill Dam, that produced electricity before Milltown Dam was built. The second item takes us back 50 years to the old Milltown Library building that still sits between the highway and the railroad tracks in Milltown. Today it's the home of Sam Bregsted's Grizzly Insulation. In 1973, it was a busy December venue as members of the Hellgate Lions Club and their families were churning out Christmas tree stands. Co-chairman Marshall Brondum and Earl Fuller had led the project since its inception in 1968. Fuller told the Missoulians Evelyn King that the club turned out 10 to 15,000 of the simple wooden stands each holiday season, and some that were shipped as far as Utah, Nevada, and Southern California. Brondum and Fuller were charter members when the Hellgate Lions Club formed in 1965. Longtime area residents will remember Brondum, a television repairman and later operator of Marshall Cable Company, even though he'd been blind since childhood due to a dynamite cap accident. Fuller was a carpenter for the Anaconda Company in Bonner for 38 years. A seal of the state of Montana that he made from wood was exhibited at the New York World's Fair. The tree stands they made were of pine or cedar and would hold any size trees. Trees didn't need to be cut perfectly on the bottom nor be straight stemmed. Since its construction in 1920, the Milltown Library was directly associated with another iconic personality, Hazel Beetle Karkinen. It closed in 1972, allowing the Lions Club to move their tree stand operation in the building. And that's it.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, public comment on items not on the agenda. So we will pause for that. Anyone online, please raise your hand or wave at us or let us know you want to comment. There's no one calling you.
No, but this little fuzzy thing is driving me crazy.
You've got, that's your background
That's
blur.
your background.
Oh, it's my background blurring.
Yes.
Oh, it's his.
Okay, anyway.
I'll go over there and correct.
Okay, got it.
So no public comment. Announcements.
I have an announcement.
Sure.
Yes.
For people who are Christmas shopping and wondering what perfect gift to get for a new Bonner resident or a history buff in general, copies of the Grassroots Tribute, The History of Bonner, Montana, are available for $20 a book. You can get it here at the school, up at the History Center, which is in the post office building, or at the River City Grill. And all the money goes back to the school. It's in a fund to someday fund the writing of an additional edition after the 70s where this one ended. So it's a great read. And I encourage anybody who's looking for a nice gift or stocking stuffer to pick one up.
And that would certainly be better than going to the mall during Christmas. Any other announcements? Speakers, it says none, but we have one. Emily or Nicole? Nicole.
Yes.
Nicole, if you just stand so we can, where do you want her at?
Maybe by the stairs.
Here, there, by the stairs.
Ready?
Yep, go ahead, tell us who you are and where you're from and all that.
My name is Nicole Henningfeld. I am from Florence. I just started a new nonprofit called Saws and Claws, which is short for Chainsaws and Bear Claws. The purpose of this is to generate some friendly competition between all of Missoula's neighborhoods for the greater wildfire mitigation effort. I've been doing this since 2019, and one of my biggest frustrations is seeing different homes in different communities just kind of cherry pick, like, oh, this person's getting mitigated, but this person like really needs help, or like these people over here are getting it, but the people next to them aren't. So one of the things that we want to do when we're actually looking at community-wide wildfire safety is making sure that we do kind of everybody together. We want to make sure that we not only have, our home ignition zones and like making sure that our property is properly mitigated, but also our entire community or the neighborhood or the county. Because if even, 3/4 of the neighborhood gets mitigated, but you have a handful of people left out. I mean, for starters, you don't want to come back and see like the burned over remnants of your neighbor's house. You know, all jokes about crappy neighbors aside. And then, you know, if the person's house next to you goes up, that puts you at a higher risk. So Saws and Claws, I'm going to have certain milestones for every week that the competition will be going. It'll be June 1st to June 28th of 2024. Even though May is Wildfire Preparedness Month, I figure with Montana weather, graduations, parties, and then Memorial Day weekend, June would be the best time. And then every weekend in June, everyone will have a certain list of chores based on the home ignition zone model of wildfire safety, and everyone can do it all at the same time, and that'll just foster a sense of community and togetherness and cooperation, especially if we can all do it at the same time. Because no one wants to do chores, and I'm the queen of like procrastinating all of my chores, but if I'm like, oh, the neighbors are out doing it, I'll go help them and maybe they'll help me. Or if I'm like, I don't have a ladder, but my neighbor does, you know, maybe we can kind of generate a little bit of good feelings between neighbors. Have everyone do everything at the same time, have everyone submit their, you know, photos saying, I have done XYZ things. And then by the end of the month, hopefully all participants will be as close to 100% mitigated as possible. And then we'll have a really big celebration. I'm hoping at the Fort Missoula grounds, but I'm still working with USFS and other agencies on that. And just be ready for 4th of July celebrations too. Also to remember that one time Sentinel burned down. So that'll just get everybody prepared for fireworks season as well as fire season. And then all the neighborhoods will compete against each other. So it'll be kind of divided into the 4 cardinal directions. It'll be like the north side of Missoula versus the west side versus south versus east versus out here. And then within each of those directions, you know, it'll be like Grant Creek versus Rattlesnake versus, and then like Patty Canyon versus the South Hills, Lower Miller Creek. So, and whoever wins or is the most mitigated will get the Skyfire Trophy, which pays homage to Missoula's old Skyfire Research Lab that used to study lightning. So hopefully we'll get lots of participation, lots of interest, and make it really fun, get lots of donations for really cool gifts so that I can do regular raffles so that everybody feels like they might actually have a chance at winning something besides safety.
Since your house not burned down.
Yeah.
You want to stand for questions if anybody's got any?
Yes.
Do you have a website?
I do. So currently, all of the web information, you'll find it under Adaptive Firescapes, which is the LLC. Saws and Claws is the new nonprofit side, which I started in part to raise funds for homeowners who are unable to afford any mitigation work. Missoula County offers, I think it's 50% of the mitigation work covered under grants. I want to say up to like $3,000 or $6,000 total. And River Valley County will do up to 75% starting January 1st. But in my experience, there are some homeowners who are on a very, very fixed income and cannot afford anything at all. And those are oftentimes the people who are the most at risk for loss and then for being left behind. The rebuilding process, going through insurance, it assumes that you have a lot of access and a lot of resources and a lot of support. And the most vulnerable of our populations are those who don't have a laptop, who don't have family here, who are older, not as computer literate. So making sure that we can help those people get even just the first line of defense and get the work that they need before disaster strikes. So AdaptiveFirescapes.com is the website. You can also find us on Facebook. Technically, I have an Instagram, but I don't use it. And we're also on TikTok so that I can kind of show people what to do on their own properties and just to make kind of the video representation of fire mitigation and show that it doesn't have to be boring and tedious and it's not just about pulling weeds.
And can we post that on our Facebook page?
I'll get it on there.
All right.
How'd you get started in this?
Back in 2019, I actually worked for the Conservation Corps and United Way. So that was when they were doing their pilot program in Missoula County. And I met Dr. Jack Cohen, who's like a world-renowned fire physicist. And he would investigate a lot of kind of the post-wildfire incidences. And he would take a look and see like what caused a structure to burn down. Because if you listen to the media, they're like, it's just this wall of fire coming at you and it's like a big dragon's mouth, but usually it's the embers. So a lot of times when you see like spot fires, it's because an ember has fallen somewhere and it found like, dust bunnies under your porch. And one thing too, with Saws and Claws, I want to work to educate folks a little bit more, because there are a lot of things we don't get told outside the wildland firefighting world. That embers or firebrands can be the size of like small saplings. It's not just like a little bit of coal coming out of your grill. It can actually be a very large branch that's on fire that has been dropped on your roof. Thanks. So, thank you.
Any other questions? No, thank you so much.
Look forward to participating again.
Next item on the agenda is bouquet period, and I'm gonna go turn off
The thing that's driving me great.
the ghost machine. Anyone with bouquets?
Judy.
Gary's not here. I know it's a big shock to everyone, but I'm trying to hold up the string. But back in February, due to the kindness of the Missoula County Commissioners and then support from the council and others in the community, the Bonner Milltown Community History Center was able to receive a rural impact grant for $3,000 to transcribe 12 of our roundtable program recording audio from that. And I'm happy to say those 12 are finished. I just have a little bit of editing to do, and I'll be uploading them to the website. And Emily, I'll let you know when that happens. So I'm sure people are just dying to log on and see what they are all about. But it's been a great project. I really appreciate that the commissioners are offering these abilities to little groups like ours to do these kinds of projects that really are a good look into the stories of our history going way back. We've been doing these for 15 years. We've got 3 more planned for January, February, and March. So a big bouquet to the council and the commissioners and everyone that supported that project.
Thank you. Great. Any other bouquets?
It is the season of Christmas, and I really like Christmas lights. Thanks, everybody.
Well, and I want to just say welcome John Wilkie and Jessica Glepke, and I think this is our first full meeting
In a long time.
in years to have a fully staffed community council. So that's amazing, and I want to thank everyone's and our Jane and Karen for joining us and being willing to serve. So okay again to you guys. And public comment again. We'll pause. Not blurred anymore.
Oh, good. Nothing out in Zoom land.
Yep. And communications from the county, and we just put them in the way that they are given to us. So we distribute that. First communication is, so you got your property tax bill in the mail. Now you're wondering, what are these taxes for anyway? While often invisible until you need them, county government provides a range of services from protecting public safety and paving and plowing roads to running elections and answering 911 calls. Each line you see in the county portion of your tax bill helps fund these and other essential community services. You can dig through and find out what the county portion of your bill pays for by visiting missoula.co/taxes. And your 2023 property tax bills were mailed November 8th and are available online at missoulataxes.us. The first half of taxes are due Friday, December 8th. You can pay online with an e-check without additional fees or with a credit card, which incurs a processing fee at missoulataxes.us. And the next is visit MissoulaCountyVoice.com to view frequently asked questions about the newly expanded bear buffer zone, which we talked about last time, such as when and where the rules go into effect, which we already know, how to get a bear-resistant container, and what to do if someone does not comply to the new rules. You will also find if or where your property is located in the bear buffer zone on the county's property information system at http://gis.missoulacounty.us. Instructions on how to turn on the bear buffer zone layer are also on the Missoula County Voice page. And I think that's where I looked it up, and we are the last area that has to be bear resistant. Okay. Find the most recent county news at missoula.co/news. You can also go to missoula.co, subscribe, and choose weekly newsletter to receive the most up-to-date Missoula County news straight to your inbox every Monday.
And Missoula County Voice has the Marshall Mountain Park, which is the public comment on December 14th to vote on the proposal there. And then there's also information on the 100% Clean Electricity Initiative to get a $500 rebate back on heat pumps water heater. So
Didn't know there was such a thing.
there is.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll post this up on Facebook and throw that out to our emails too, so.
All right. Anything? Next item would be the treasurer's report, and 83753 is not correct. So what's the correction, Liz?
I don't remember, you wrote it down somewhere, I
I
missed
think,
it.
I don't have my
Oh.
phone, so I can't check it.
Well, we have it, and it's not.
That minus the check you have over there,
That's right. It's 837 minus,
155.
minus Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Minus 155, okay, Zoom, got it.
And action items, discuss and vote on whether or not to authorize the following items. Review and approve amended bylaws, and thank you for reviewing those and sending them to us.
Yeah, I went through all those, and they're just really minor changes in all reality. They separated out the agendas, added items, all members are required to take an oath off at the beginning of each term. And then some of it was just making some changes to 5 or 7 members and the change of that rule that exists in the county. And then again, lots of minor changes. The only addition that I saw was if we wanted to dissolve the council, there's a process on how to do that. And there was, on a quorum, there was a removal of 50%. A quorum consists of majority opposed to the 50% that was originally there.
And that would be 3, would it not?
Actually, yes, with us, it's 3, because there's 5, yep. So, and then there was some additional added laws on accepting gifts of substantial value, not to exceed $50 in a year. So there were just some extra laws on that one. Removal of compensations for services. That was, and then just really small wording changes. Ours was, we'd done a lot of work on that 2 years ago, and so the changes were minimal from our original one, so there you go.
Okay. So we have to add in the boundary, correct?
I had the corrected one there.
Aha,
It was all the changes that I noted, which is here.
okay.
So this is the corrected.
Do we all have copies of this?
Yep, I just gave it to you.
Okay.
How's that? So, and I just went over the changes in which I
Yeah,
met you, so I don't
No.
know, did anybody have any concerns about it?
No.
Nope. I did note that we can't, somebody has to be missing for the alternate to be voted in.
Correct.
Saw that.
So, yeah, they just slide into it, so it's not actually been voted.
Right.
They're just immediately put onto
Right,
it,
they're
and then
just
they can
promoted.
vote. Mhm, Yep, so we don't even have to vote on them. So
Okay.
if one of us is gone, Jess can take over, so.
Sounds good. So we need a motion to approve. If there is no further discussion, even if there is discussion, we can always have a vote.
I will make the motion to approve.
And do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. A motion is made by Jane and seconded by Karen. And I don't think we need a roll call, just an up or down. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So it is unanimous.
Okay, I will get that sent off.
And then we'll have to get it for
Actually,
signatures, or we want to do that at the end of the meeting.
We can do that at the end of the meeting.
Okay,
And I can email that over to John, and he can email that back.
okay, sounds
How's
good.
that? Cool.
Discussion items. Well, there is an all-community council meeting this Wednesday,
But not last month.
but not last month, correct. We have a community event coming up in January. Is there any news on that? I see that they're doing a mailing now.
I got all that information. I'm just gonna wait till after this meeting, and I'm gonna post it every week.
Okay,
How's that? And you're gonna, so we have no actually official meeting next time, because that will take our official meeting.
okay.
What is the date of the?
So we need a
January?
quorum?
Nope,
11th, I believe.
Okay,
we already voted on that last time.
okay,
So no quorum required on that. It's the same date as usual for our normal meeting. It's just gonna be that community event instead. How's that?
Sounds good.
Perfect. And
enjoy that pizza.
And
Have-
they're
have
gonna,
my pizza for me.
okay, I'll have a piece for you. They're gonna send out a flyer of it to all the community residents.
Okay,
So that'll be great, and then I'll
Print
just
them out
post it.
and maybe post them somewhere.
Yeah, so we can print I'll remember to send those out to us and print those somewhere, so we can hand them out to others, like Jane, or come down to school, I can drop it off there, and that'll be great. How's that?
yep,
So.
sounds good.
We'll do
And where's it being held again?
here.
Here at the school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pizza, and then flyers, and that area. So there we go. So mostly probably hit it up hard after January.
Okay.
And then on the next one, the BMCC possible name change, we're doing a poll right now. I don't think we really know anything.
Nope,
Right?
we have 26 voted, no, more than that. Yeah, 26 have voted, 18 no, 5 yeses, and 3 I want more specifics.
Okay. Sounds like they are leaning towards leaving the name the same.
And actually, I would have changed our order of our discussion tonight, because we would have to change our bylaws if we were gonna change our name.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So we
Well,
were,
it's looking now like we may not, so.
yes, so, yeah.
I think so far it's been,
I will
Pretty
check, we can
overwhelming,
check
right?
it over there through next month, and,
Okay.
but otherwise we won't make any name changes.
okay, sounds good. Any other discussion items that aren't on the agenda? that I left?
Yes, so you guys put up the question of how long do we keep our records, based on that one email where the county wanted some of our old records. And essentially, they sent me the county's accounting financials, was the best they could do. And pretty much it equates to a lot of 1 year, 3 years, but 7 years for a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So we might as well just throw it in the Google Drive, and that will remain in there 7 years.
Okay,
How's that?
sounds good.
Just
Our
scan
Google
all that.
Drive is secure. Should we put
Yeah.
bank statements or not?
I mean, a lot of it is just bank statements.
Yeah.
Bank statements have truncated account numbers, so. again,
Yeah, it's not gonna, like, you can't get anything from bank
Yeah,
statements.
you're gonna be pretty bored if you're gonna go to,
Or $800?
okay, that sounds
Okay, so
good.
there we go. So I'll give you guys access to that
Okay.
Google account, so.
And I just sent, just to update, we had an inquiry from the county that they were missing some minutes
Uh-huh.
and,
Did you find those?
yeah, I've got them all but 2.
That's not bad.
Both of those are before our time.
Oh, yeah.
So Bert would have to let us know if he's got those. but
Okay.
I don't. So
Yeah.
we've got 90% of them.
I will
They've got
take that,
so-
probably pretty good for them.
And then I can upload them all if we need them any on the Google Docs. And then I wanted to mention that I did accidentally go to the mall, which was I just wanted to see Verizon, and I forgot it was Christmas. And Texas Roadhouse is open at the mall. So
So this is your public comment?
that's my public comment.
Okay, got it.
that's about. Do we have anything else?
Any additional public comment?
Yes, any additional public comment?
I might
Kim.
mention,
Sorry.
we are here at the school, that the Bonner School Christmas programs are on Wednesday night, starting at 6. I think there's 3 different grade levels. The first one starts at 6. So,
6, 6:30, 7:15.
All right, do you have anyone in it?
I have 2,
Okay.
yeah. Little kindergartner and sassy third grader.
It's so much fun to go to those things.
So, very cute, very nice. They do a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any
Anything
additional
else in public comment?
Sorry, forgot, not sure.
I know, you just. Next meeting is January 8th, and it's not a meeting. So we're not having a hybrid meeting, are we? Here at Bonner School. It will be just simply a neighborhood get-together with pizza and an opportunity for you to meet people at the county and them to meet you and get your questions answered about who does what and why the potholes aren't filled. Anything else, or why things aren't plowed. All those things that you have questions for government with. Anything you wanted to add to that?
I'd say then the following one, the community council meeting will be February 12th at 7 PM, Bonner School and via Zoom.
Via Zoom?
There you go.
And you vice chair, it's just not you. That's you,
James.
Jane. You may need to chair the next 2 it's probably not feasible for me to chair from Zoom. I can try,
Sure it is.
but I'd be happy to.
Okay.
But just in case, be prepared, so who knows? Internet in Mexico, you never know. I think that's about it. Time to adjourn?
This was the shortest meeting ever.
This was
Oh my
true.
gosh, look at that. Thank you for being quick.
Thank you. Enjoy your trip, Rick.